What is up, guys? Today for this taming we're going to be talking about the Megalosaurus, a nocturnal sleeping lizard that likes to hang out in caves and sometimes out in the wide open. They are in fact nocturnal. They sleep pretty much all day long and come out at night to terrorize the hell out of you. So they look really adorable right now, but trust me when I say that they're not nearly as adorable at night or if you wake them up. So we're going to toggle this thing over tonight so you can check it out. Alright, so at nighttime, I'm get to wake back up and turn my game on so you guys can actually see what's going on here. The eyes will glow kind of like Troodons. During the daytime, they're going to move slower, attack slower. They're not going to be that great on stamina. During the daytime, though, they're pretty vicious. The ability to pick a lot of creatures up in its mouth and terrorize and kill them. More damage, faster movement speed. These are not a creature to be taken lightly at all. Now, the aberrant version of these guys actually doesn't need to sleep and will be awake all the time on the aberration map. So these guys definitely shine on aberration with the aberrant versions, but even out here with the ability to pick up so many different creatures, they can actually pick up all the way up to Argentavis as far as flyers go, making these a terror to behold in a PvP network as well, being able to grab the rider, grab the flyer, and just do whatever you want with it. It can be kind of vicious. They pump out an insane amount of damage at night. They're absolutely bonkers. They're pumping out like T-Rex style stats with something, that's smaller than a Carno at night. During the daytime, not quite as useful, but we'll talk about how to tame them and all that good stuff. All right, so we got one coiled up over here asleep. You kind of find these in the jungle on Ragnarok where we're currently at. So during the nighttime, these things are, like I said, will be out running around terrorizing you, but during the day, can actually run up to them and tick them off and then run. So during the daytime they don't run nearly as fast. As you can see, he's kind of running in slow motion. You can almost keep up with him. Oh, looks like you want to eat that, huh? I think you want to come after me instead. You can almost keep up with them during the nighttime or daytime. It's not too hard to outrun these guys every foot, but I would suggest making a pen such as this and incorporating a trap to get them trapped in. Mainly because this is going to just make your life a lot easier. We'll talk about the taming here in a second, as soon as I get you stuck in this box. Okay, here we go. So, I'm using shocking tranquilizer darts, but those are regular tranq darts, probably your way to go. Keeping it locked inside of this box, whether you're going to tame this thing at night or during the day, and we're already out cold, probably a lower level. That's definitely the easier way to do it. So, there's kind of two different ways of thought to this. Some people prefer to tame these guys during the daytime, and the reason why is because at night, whenever it becomes nighttime, regardless of what's going on or how much torpor it has on it, as soon as it becomes night, this dude will wake up. So some people will say, well, I'd rather starve it down during the day and try to tame it during the day because I have kibble, it's not going to take as long, yada yada yada. The other problem with some train of thought is, well, I'd rather try to tame it at night, knock it out at night, and that way I have all night and the all next game day before it would ever wake up again to tame it. So it depends on what you're feeding it, depends on what level you're doing it, depends on what your taming effectiveness is, but primarily I like to get a box like this going and tame it inside this box because I look at it like either way, day or night, if I tame it in here, it's not going to come kill me. So preparation is the name of the game. Superior kibble is what these guys prefer, but they'll eat any meat just like most carnivores. You can breed them, definitely breed them. I would highly recommend breeding them at night because their stats are so much lower during the daytime that it might actually be more beneficial. Mainly because sometimes they'll even starve before you can feed them and die before you can even get a chance to feed them. So I would highly suggest trying to hatch the eggs at nighttime to get the babies at night, give them a bit of a stat boost. It's going to be easier in the long run. Once they are tamed, you'll be able to do a couple different things with them. You can keep them during the day, you wake them up during the day, but as you can see, the sleep debt will constantly start to tick up, and as soon as this goes up to the number, they're just going to pass out. If you leave them idle, they'll also do exactly this as well. You can use them during the day, but their stats are not that great. Like I said, you're not going to move very fast. You're not going to do very much damage. It's going to hog your stamina really bad. These are definitely nighttime critters for sure. But they do have the abilities to pick up anything with like a 150 or less drag weight, which means Argentavis, most parasaur size things and lower. Picks up a lot of different creatures. It can actually pick up some aquatic creatures, which would mean you'd immediately kill them once you bring them out of the water, but that's definitely an option too. Obviously these guys, let me toggle this over to nighttime. As I said before, at night is where these guys thrive, and especially on aberration is where they really shine. You're getting T-Rex stats out of something like this at night, and it's, so much smaller. Now you get a couple of these at nighttime to just go wreck whatever you want to wreck. I mean, this is a level 55-ish to pumping out damage like that. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. The idea that I can pick up birds this big and just mulch them in my mouth and they can't do anything about it, that's pretty hilarious. The these creatures are not to be messed with, not to be toyed with at night. They're vicious. They're very vicious at night, which is why you see them in a lot of the cave systems around here. Well, leave me alone, compies. Mind your business. Got stuff to do. Don't you be starting nothing. Yep. All right. Okay. All right. You want something too? All right. You're lucky I'm out of stamina. Lucky. All in all, these creatures are great for base defense at night. They're good for night fights. They're good for night raids. Good for taming smaller animals if you want to grab them and drop them in a taming pan. Or if you're not by yourself, you can grab them and your tribe mate can knock them out. That's definitely an option too. But like I said, I can't, I can't stress that these guys definitely shine more on Aberration than they do any other map. But an awesome dino and an interesting characteristic, like a fully nocturnal, sleeps during the day sort of animal. We don't typically see something like that at all, really. Not like ever. It's got its own little sleepy sleep dinosaur. Who would have thunk it? But that's pretty much it. That is the Megalosaurus. It's a pretty cool mount. Like I said, I really dig them. I think they're a little underrated, but the problem is because they're only useful, you know, a certain part of the day during Arc. I mean, that part's kind of a bummer. But night raids PvP, and then also just being able to go out at nighttime. Like, it's nice to have one of these guys around and you go, crap, it's nighttime, I need to go from point A to point B. You take a Megalosaurus. These guys will hold the room pretty well and be able to snatch up and kill just about anything on the way. You know, combine these with something like night vision goggles or something like that, and you got a pretty good predator roll out there in the woods. That's it, guys. The Megalosaurus. The Sleepy Sleeps. The Lasiosaurus. The Naposaurus. Naposaurus Rex. I feel like I can identify with an Naposaurus quite a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all next time.